Okay, a lot of people want to know, is Caitlin Clark stat padding? And the short answer to that question is hell no. She is not stat padding. She is absolutely cooking your favorite players. Every time Caitlin goes out there and absolutely cooks, people think that she's stat padding. The delusion of some people is absolutely insane. Let's just take a look at this bozo post on X. Caitlin was stat padding for that last rebound, but they'll swear the best rebounder in the league missed on purpose for rebounds. This right here is a prime example of delusion. Let's get a hold of this guy, Jack at I Don't Trust You. Stat padding at its finest. This response was all because of them asking Caitlin if she knew how close she was to getting a triple-double. I mean, what athlete goes out there and just frolics around without knowing what stats they have? I mean, let's think about that for a second. Let's use our brains and think about what athlete goes out there and does not know what stats they're putting up. I mean, let's be real. These people are absolutely crazy. It's sickening. Let's take a look at the footage and see if we can pinpoint where Caitlin is stat padding. All right, it's the fourth quarter. The Fever are up by 7 points. It's 93-86. There's 15 seconds left on the clock. The game is not over. The Sparks get a chance to shoot a three to cut the lead down to 4 points. Caitlin gets the rebound like any basketball player trying to seal a game would do. What would you like her to do? Drop the ball or hand it to the other team? Say, here you go, take a three, get an opportunity to cut the lead down to 4, and then anything could happen at that point. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? You know what? Let's just look up the definition of stat padding. All right, we have a definition for stat padding. Stat padding, an action that improves a player's statistics despite being of little benefit to his or her team or its chance of winning. So what would have happened if Caitlin said, you know what? Nah, I don't really feel like it. I don't feel like grabbing the rebound right now. The Sparks would have gotten the ball. They would have gotten a chance to shoot a three-pointer and make it to cut the lead down to 4. And who would have gotten all of the hate if the Fever ended up blowing that game for some reason? Please let me know. Oh yeah, that's right. It would have been Caitlin because she did not grab the rebound. The hate that she would have gotten if they blew the game would have been of epic proportions. So I'm still confused. Do people expect Caitlin to bag a triple-double at the end of the first quarter? I mean, knowing her, I wouldn't even doubt it, but I have never seen a basketball player at any level get a triple-double by the end of the first quarter. It usually takes the duration of the game to accumulate those stats. She's the only rookie in WNBA history to record a triple-double, and she doesn't have just one, she has 2 of them things. She is generational, a generational talent. Ever since she found out that she got snubbed from the Olympic team, she has been going berserk. This is why I call her Demon Clark. She is a demon. Look at her last 8 games. 29 points, 23 points, 23 points, 19 points, 19 points, 31 points, 28 points, 24 points. Double-digit assists in most of these games. 7-1 team record. I don't think you have a 7-1 team record if you have a player that is just stat padding the whole game. It doesn't work like that. I'm sorry to tell you. Let's just take a look at the definition of stat padding one more time. Stat padding, an action that improves a player's statistics despite being of little benefit to his or her team or its chance of winning. So she's putting up these monster numbers and people think that she's stat padding, but her team has a 7-1 record with these stats. What are we talking? What are we doing? All right, now I'm going to show you an example, a prime example of what stat padding looks like in a basketball game, because it's obvious that these people don't know or have never seen what it looks like. So here we have Angel Reese, and people are going to think I'm hating, and it's mainly going to be the blue-haired girls that think I'm hating on a female. This is literally the definition of stat padding on camera. It's on video. So in this video, the Sky are losing to the Liberty 81-67. It's the fourth quarter. There's 5 seconds left in the game. This is the last possession. They should just run the clock out. But no, they're not going to run the clock out. I believe Angel Reese needed 1 or 2 points to keep her double-double streak alive. Just take a look at what they do. So Angel is still posting up, trying to get the ball in the post so she can score. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 Liberty defenders around her, and she is still hell-bent on putting the basketball in the hoop. For what reason? Pass the damn ball or dribble the clock out. This makes no sense in any scenario. I've said this once, and I'll say it again. She plays like a 45-year-old father of 5 at the YMCA, trying to show the young guns how it was done back in his day. Trying to bully 4 defenders to get a meaningless 2 points. You are down double digit. What is the point? So she's still fighting to get this damn basketball in the hoop, and then she throws it to God knows where. It looks like Daniel Jones on Monday Night Football. What was the thought process? She was never getting those 2 points. I'm sorry. And I respect the Liberty for not letting her stat pad, because that, by the definition of stat padding, was stat padding. It was. So let's go back to Mr. I Don't Trust You's post. Stat padding at its finest. Really, buddy? Who's stat padding? Please, let me know which player is stat padding, because the footage I just showed was clear as day what stat padding looks like. These Angel Reese fans are something else. It's either the blue-haired girls that never watched an entire basketball game until 3 months ago, or it's the dudes that think Angel Reese is going to notice them and fly them out. Let's be real. Let's be real. Look at this post from Mr. Dennis McCoy. I mean, they're literally cheating for Cece. They give her assets that aren't assets. Let her push off to create space to get her shot off. What? Because she cooks. They think she's cheating. She cooks their favorite players so badly, they think that she's cheating. There are multiple officials on the court and 35 cameras on Caitlin Clark at all times, and they think she's cheating. This, I have never seen anything like this in my life. This behavior there needs to be some type of counseling provided. It's wacky. And you know what, Dennis? Just for you, I have a special message from your girl, Angel Reese. Enjoy.
Let me just say something. I just want to say one thing. The delusion of y'all thinking I'm finna fly any of y'all out. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
So this was the play that Mr. Dennis McCoy was referring to. He's saying that this isn't an assist. She passes the ball to Aaliyah Boston in the corner. Aaliyah Boston goes up for a layup and makes the shot. That's literally a common basketball assist. What did she do that doesn't make this an assist? I don't get it. She didn't push off. She didn't do anything illegally. She didn't travel. She passed the ball, and Aaliyah Boston hit the shot. That is an assist in every single basketball game. Every single game on any planet in the universe. That is an assist in the game of basketball. It's clear as day which player is trying to stat pad and which player is trying to help her team win basketball games so they can make the playoffs. Angel Reese takes the most shots at the rim in the WNBA. She's last in efficiency. It's not even close. I guarantee that half of these shots are coming from her own missed layups. And that's not even any type of hate. That's a fact. You can pull up the footage. When she goes up for a layup, usually the first attempt is a miss at the rim.
Reese with another rebound, making 18 rebounds. Remember, she's got back-to-back with 20 rebounds. Looking, pursuing. Once again, Reese with the tip, another chance. Reese trying to put it back. Oh!
So for all of these people that are obsessed with Angel Reese getting all of these rebounds, newsflash. They're empty stats. They're not contributing to winning. She's not even scoring when she gets the offensive rebound. So what is an offensive rebound good for if you can't score the bucket and then the other team gets the rebound and gets a possession? What good is that offensive rebound if nothing comes of it? Please tell me. So Angel Reese is a big. She's a power forward. Her job is to play in the paint and score the basketball and get rebounds. That's literally in her job description. And all these people are acting like they've never seen a power forward get offensive rebound. I mean, just by looking at this chart, this is telling me that Angel Reese is not doing her job. She's not scoring in the paint efficiently. Look at all of these players that score in the paint. There's Caitlin Clark and there's Angel Reese all the way at the bottom. So clearly, getting the offensive rebounds is not helping her team win because she's not putting the ball in the basket after she gets the damn rebound. There are people out there that are comparing Angel Reese to Dennis Rodman, and I think that's unfair to Dennis Rodman. Okay, Dennis Rodman's career stats, 7.3 points per game, 13.1 total rebounds. So what this is telling me is that he didn't care about stat padding. He didn't care about putting the ball in the basket. He knew that his job was to pull down the boards and give it to Isaiah Thomas, give it to Michael Jordan, give it to Scottie Pippen, and get the hell out of the way. And if they missed the shot again, he would be there to grab the rebound again. And when it was time to put the ball in the basket, he did that 52.1% of the time. More than half of his shot went in the basket. So he was not taking stupid shots. He was efficient. He knew his job. He was probably one of the best role players in the history of the sport. He wasn't trying to be the main character. He did not have main character energy on the court. Off the court, that's a whole different story. All right, let's take a look at Angel. 13.3 points per game, 13.2 total rebounds per game. But it's what she does after she gets the board. She puts the ball back up, and when she takes shots, she's making them 38.4% of the time. Once again, I'm not hating, but if you're a power forward and you're making your shots 38.4% of the time, that's not good. That is not, it's just not good. I don't even know what else to say. Angel Reese's fans think she's Hall of Fame caliber because she's grabbing double-digit rebounds. I'm sorry, it does not work like that. If it worked like that, players like Andre Drummond would be first ballot Hall of Famers. And this is no disrespect to Andre Drummond. We played him in high school. He absolutely flattened our basketball team. So this is no disrespect. Shout out UConn. Andre Drummond's career numbers are pretty similar to Angel Reese's career numbers up until this point. 12.7 points per game, 12.4 rebounds per game. But the difference is Andre is making his shots 54.3% of the time. So when he gets offensive rebounds, that means he's able to put it in the basket. He's able to help his team win. He knows what shots to take and what shots not to take. That is not stat padding. Listen, you don't have your team heading to the playoffs for the first time in 8 years if you're going to stat pad every game. It doesn't work like that. And also, you're not going to put up generational, never before seen numbers every other night by stat padding. Because when you're stat padding, like I said, you're taking bad shots, you're playing bad basketball. You're not playing proper basketball when you're stat padding. If you type the phrase Caitlin Clark is the first in the X search bar, you get a list of posts that look like a CVS receipt. All of these posts are generational things that Caitlin Clark is doing dating back to college. She is not a stat padder. And if you think that she's stat padding, you need to learn ball immediately, if not sooner.